Hey there, my viewers. Welcome back to my channel, African Crab here. I am bringing you a new stitch. This is a very exciting stitch. It's what I call the 3D shell stitch. It works out beautifully, as you can see. Look at that. I'm going to give you a close-up on that. Isn't that beautiful? I think my lighting is changing the color, but I'm using a dark teal color. So that's what it looks like. I'm working on a scarf currently, and this particular stitch is great for not just scarves, but blankets as well. I would really love to see what a blanket looks like. But I decided to make a scarf because I'm adding to the scarves for men in my shop. So if you want a scarf for one of the men in your life, I sell quite a few scarves for men. So visit my shop, africancrab.etsy.com. Also, for the yarn that I'm going to be using for this project, I'm currently using Big Twist. It's a valued yarn that I bought from Joann Fabrics. They're currently closing out a lot of their outlets due to bankruptcy. However, they have a few still open, and you can grab one of these from there or grab one from my shop. I actually have a few I am selling currently. Without much ado, let's work on this stitch. This is a stitch video. It's not a full tutorial for the scarf. It's just a stitch. And you can use this stitch to make a scarf of your own. However, I might go ahead and make a full tutorial on how to make this particular scarf. Without much ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the yarn particularly recommends that you use a 5mm hook. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to do that. If you use a 5mm hook, this particular stitch is going to be very tight and your work is not going to be as soft as you want it to be, especially if you're making a scarf or a sweater or even a blanket. So I recommend you use an 8mm hook or a 9mm hook. I am particularly using the 8mm hook. That's what mine looks like. You will need a tapestry needle as well as a scissor to cut off your loose ends when you're done. However, since it's not a full tutorial, don't worry about that right now. Just worry about the hook you're using, 8mm. I'm going to move this aside so we can get started. This is a 4-ply yarn. I'm sure you can also use a 3-ply if you want to. So to get started, every now and then I want to recommend a video for you to watch. I have been watching the Timeless Wealth Mentor on YouTube. If you get a chance, take a look at her videos. It's all about saving money and how to make money. So without ado, let's get started. You're going to chain 24, okay? Make a slip stitch to get started. Chain 24. That's 24. In your 4th stitch from the hook, this is not a stitch, you're starting right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. In that 4th stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets. This video assumes you know the basics of crochet. If you still need to learn how to make a double crochet, take a look at some videos online on how to work a double crochet. So your chain 3 here will act as your first double crochet, so you should have 3 double crochets in that particular stitch. We're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and in the 4th, you're going to put a single crochet, chain 1, and in that same stitch, we're going to put 3 double crochets. And this makes your first shell, basically. We're going to skip 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and in your 4th, you're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, and this is your repeat pattern. In the same stitch, put 3 double crochets, skip 3, and in the 4th we're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, and then 3 more double crochets in the same stitch. Skip 3 more chains, and in the 4th we're going to put a single crochet, chain 1, and 3 more double crochets in the same stitch. And basically you're making your shells here. This is the baseline for everything. It's a single row repeat. You should have 4 stitches left, and in that last stitch you're going to put a single crochet. Okay, chain 3. This is what your work should look like for row 1. As you can see, you've made your first set of shells, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 shells. That's what it looks like. So let's turn your work. Your chain 3 is your first stitch, and in that chain 1 stitch we're going to add 2 more double crochets. Okay, then you're going to skip this first double crochet in the second one, and in the third at the bottom of it we're going to go under to work a single front post stitch, chain 1, and right beneath this chain 3 is your chain 1, and that is the space we're going to work in. You're going to work 3 double crochets. This is what creates that 3D effect. Okay, that was your front post single crochet, and this here was your chain 1 space from the previous row, and that's where you're working your 3 double crochets. And for the rest of your row, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to skip that single crochet, we're going to skip the first and second double crochets, and in the third double crochet we're going to work a front post single crochet, chain 1, and in the chain 1 space it's going to be right beneath your double crochet right there. We're going to work 3 double crochets, and this is the repeat for the rest of your row. As I mentioned originally, this is a 1 row repeat. It's very simple. Skip your chain 1, skip the first 2 double crochets, and in your third we're going to work a front post single crochet and a chain 1, and in the chain 1 space we're going to put 3 double crochets. Again, skip your single crochet, the first double crochet, the second double crochet, and in the third we are working front post single, chain 1, and in the chain 1 space we will work 3 double crochets. And here we're going to skip the single crochet, the first 2 double crochets, and at the top of this chain 3, in the third chain we're going to work a single crochet, and this is the end of our row 2. At the end of each row you should have a single crochet, and at the beginning of each row you should have 3 double crochets. This is what your work looks like right now. Let's zoom in and see what you're looking at here, and I'll move this closer. So that's what your work looks like currently. That is just 2 rows. As you can see, it builds up really fast. As you work, you can now see the 3D effect here. You see those bumps? Let's work a couple more rows. We're going to chain 3, turn your work around. You're going to work 2 double crochets in that single crochet from the previous round. We are going to be working a front post single crochet in the third stitch, chain 1, and we're going to work 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space from the previous row. Again, we're going to skip the chain 1 space here, the first 2 double crochets, and in the 3rd double crochet we're going to work a front post single crochet, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space, which is directly behind the 3rd double crochet. So this is your repeat pattern. It's pretty simple, but it builds really fast and makes for a beautiful stitch. If you like this particular video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment with your thoughts, or if you have a suggestion for another stitch I can bring up for you. If you need help with working your scarf, please leave me a comment or send me a message directly through my Etsy shop. I view those messages much faster. My shop is africancrab.etsy.com. I sell yarn, I sell these scarves, so if you can't make your own and you just want a scarf to give as a gift, I have some in my shop, and I can also custom make some for you. So one more row and we will be done, but as you can see, your 3D is coming up real great, right? So let's work one more row. Work 2 more double crochets at the beginning of your row. Put 3 double crochets there. We're going to go to the 3rd double crochet here and work a single front post and then a chain 1, and then we're going to work 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space directly behind your 3rd double crochet. And this is your repeat pattern. As I mentioned, it works out really fast and it really makes for a great scarf blanket. You can make a sweater with it. I would like to see what your finished project looks like. If you'd like to share them with me, I have a Facebook fan page. It's the African Crab, the African Hand, sorry, not African Crab, but the African Hand. You can also share with me on my my Pinterest, which is African Crab. So this is what it looks like. And as you work, it builds really fast. So this is what I've so far made. And it's pretty big and very soft. So give me a thumbs up if you like this particular stitch. If you'd like to see more of the stitches that I have, do let me know which one you want me to work, to make a tutorial on. And I will show you a finished product of this one. As my husband will be home later today, I will take some pictures to share with you. Again, welcome back. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. Please do not forget to subscribe so you can get updates for whenever I upload new videos. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for your support. Do share with your friends and family and leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.